In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 20th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Charlotte Hornets versus Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers will host the Charlotte Hornets for the second consecutive game on Friday in what is shaping up to be a clash of struggling teams vying to gain momentum. The Hornets enter the matchup with a dismal 7-20 record, while the 76ers are only marginally better, holding an 8-16 overall record. Just a few days ago, these teams faced off in Charlotte, where the 76ers secured a comfortable 13-point victory. This win marked their 9th consecutive triumph in the series, including 3 straight victories this season. With the Hornets stumbling into this game after 3 consecutive losses and the 76ers gaining some rhythm by winning 3 of their last 4 games, this contest appears to favor Philadelphia once again. However, considering the current standings, this is a crucial game for both teams, each desperate for a win to inch closer to respectability. The Hornets have the advantage of a clean bill of health with no players listed on the injury report heading into this game. Meanwhile, the 76ers are monitoring the status of Joel Embiid, who remains questionable. Despite Embiid's uncertain availability, the 76ers still enter the game as favorites, a reflection of Charlotte's ongoing struggles, highlighted by their recent loss to the league-worst Washington Wizards. Philadelphia, though missing some key contributors, will lean heavily on Tyrese Maxey and Paul George to fill the void. George has been particularly impactful, delivering his highest scoring performance as a 76er in their recent win over the Hornets, while also showcasing his defensive prowess. Though George's knee issues remain a concern, he logged a season high in minutes during Monday's game and appears to be nearing full strength. The Hornets, who allow opponents to shoot an alarming 47.1% from the field, will also be without Brandon Miller due to an ankle injury, further hampering their chances. The 76ers are well positioned to secure another victory and comfortably cover the spread in this matchup. They have been showing steady improvement as they reintegrate players back into their lineup, making their roster more formidable with each game. On the other hand, the Hornets continue to rank among the league's worst defensive teams, a significant disadvantage when facing one of the NBA's strongest defensive units. Scoring is likely to be a challenge for Charlotte, and Philadelphia's dominance at nearly every position, coupled with the home court advantage, gives them a decisive edge. The 76ers have won 9 straight games against the Hornets and have covered the spread in 3 of the last 4 meetings. With Charlotte playing the second game of a back-to-back set, fatigue may also become a factor. Given these circumstances, the Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While Philadelphia's defense is known for its toughness, this game offers a compelling opportunity for fans to bet on the over thanks to the relatively low projected total. The 76ers continue to add depth and gain experience, which enhances their offensive potential. Meanwhile, the Hornets have a strong offensive weapon in LaMelo Ball, who is capable of putting up 30-plus points and providing much-needed scoring. Additionally, other players have stepped up for Charlotte over the course of the season, ensuring that they can still generate offense even in difficult matchups. The potential for a lopsided game could also lead to an influx of garbage time points in the 4th quarter, pushing the total higher. Notably, the over has hit in the last 2 meetings between these teams this season and in Charlotte's previous 2 games overall. Fans can expect a high-scoring affair in Friday's contest, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Cleveland Cavaliers. 2 of the leading teams in the Eastern Conference are set to clash on Friday night as the Milwaukee Bucks, holding a 14-11 record, face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are an impressive 23-4 this season. These 2 teams have already met twice this year, with both encounters being tightly contested. The Cavaliers narrowly emerged victorious in both games, securing a 1-point win on the road and a 2-point triumph at home. The Bucks are riding high after claiming the NBA Cup championship, where they defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 97-81 as 5.5-point underdogs. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers are coming off a dominant performance against the Brooklyn Nets, dismantling them 130-101 and easily covering the 10. and a half-point spread as favorites. The Bucks are closely monitoring Damian Lillard's status as he remains day-to-day for this matchup, while the Cavaliers have listed Max Strus as questionable. Milwaukee poured tremendous effort into sweeping the NBA Cup knockout round, which may leave them lacking the same level of focus or energy when they step onto the court against Cleveland. The Cavaliers, having already bested the Bucks twice this season, are well equipped to exploit their strengths in this matchup. With Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen anchoring the interior defense, Cleveland has the tools to limit Giannis Antetokounmpo's impact. Mobley, in particular, is one of the few players in the league with the combination of size, agility, and skill necessary to effectively defend Giannis. The Bucks lack consistent scoring threats outside of Antetokounmpo and Lillard, as no other player on the roster averages more than 14 points per game. This limitation could tip the scales in Cleveland's favor as they boast a balanced offensive attack. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are always capable of explosive scoring outbursts, and Mobley recently dropped a career-high 41 points against the Hornets, showcasing his offensive potential. Both teams enter this game with considerable momentum. The Bucks are fresh off a 4-game winning streak that culminated in their NBA Cup championship victory. On the other hand, the Cavaliers have won 6 of their last 7 games and are well rested, having last played on Monday when they routed the Nets by 29 points. The Bucks may be slightly depleted and fatigued from their recent efforts, which could lead to a natural letdown in their performance. Cleveland, playing at home where they have won 14 of their 15 games this season, has a clear edge, especially against a potentially shorthanded Milwaukee squad. The Bucks appear to be in a vulnerable position following their NBA Cup triumph. Lillard's availability remains uncertain, and while Antetokounmpo is expected to play, he is dealing with a nagging knee issue. K.A. Tris Middleton is also reportedly under the weather, which further complicates Milwaukee's situation. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers have been nearly unstoppable, boasting a stellar 23-4 record this season, including 19 covers against the spread. With a strong home court advantage and the Bucks dealing with injuries and fatigue, Cleveland is well positioned to secure another victory. Betting on the Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is the recommended full-game side pick. The previous 2 meetings between these teams this season resulted in a split on the total, with an average of 228.5 combined points per game. Both teams are among the top half of the NBA offensively, but this iteration of the Bucks is notably different from the version the Cavaliers faced earlier in the season. Both squads fall in the middle tier of the league in terms of pace, with Cleveland ranked 13th in possessions per game and Milwaukee at 20th. The Bucks managed only 97 points in their NBA Cup championship game against the Thunder, who possess the league's top-ranked defense. However, in the 12 games prior to that, Milwaukee scored at least 114 points on 7 occasions. Similarly, Cleveland has been firing on all cylinders, scoring 115 or more points in 6 of their last 7 games. Although Milwaukee recently delivered its best defensive performance of the season against Oklahoma City, holding the Thunder to just 81 points, it is unlikely they will replicate that effort. The Bucks have been allowing 112 points per game this season, and their defensive intensity is expected to dip in this matchup now that the NBA Cup is behind them. Cleveland, ranked second in team scoring, is adept at identifying and exploiting mismatches, which could prove troublesome for Milwaukee. Damian Lillard's defensive shortcomings and Brook Lopez's declining mobility make them vulnerable against Cleveland's versatile scorers, particularly Mitchell, who thrives in attacking mismatches. The Cavaliers have also been involved in high-scoring games lately, with the total going over in 4 of their last 5 contests. Given the offensive firepower on both sides and the likelihood of diminished defensive intensity, the conditions are ripe for a high-scoring affair. The over has hit 28 times combined for these teams this season, making over the projected total our full-game total pick. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Miami Heat. The NBA betting slate for Friday, December 20th, 2024 features a compact 3-game schedule, including an intriguing cross-conference matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Miami Heat. This game will take place at the Casas Center in Miami, Florida, and offers fans an exciting opportunity to witness 2 teams with different styles of play face-off. This contest marks the first meeting of the season between Oklahoma City and Miami. Last year, the Thunder held the upper hand, sweeping the Heat in their season series despite splitting 1-1 against the spread. This sets the stage for Miami to seek some measure of redemption on their home court. In terms of player availability, the Thunder remain without key contributors such as Chet Holmgren, Alex Dukas, and Jalen Williams. Meanwhile, the Heat have listed Nikola Jovic and Pelle Larsson as questionable, leaving fans to wonder if either will be able to suit up for this clash. clash. Oklahoma City enters this game riding a wave of momentum, having rebounded from a tough loss in the NBA Cup with a decisive victory over the Orlando Magic just last night. On the other hand, the Heat had been on a 4-game winning streak before a narrow overtime loss to the Detroit Pistons on Monday. Miami has had several days to recover and prepare for this high-stakes matchup, which will undoubtedly test their resilience. Conversely, the Thunder face the challenge of fatigue, playing their second game in as many nights. To make matters even more difficult, they had to contend with a strong defensive team in Orlando on Thursday, which likely added to their physical and mental toll. The Heat have built a reputation as a well-rounded team, equipped with the versatility to counter Oklahoma City's strengths on both offense and defense. While the Thunder boast one of the league's top defenses, they have struggled with consistency on offense, particularly in terms of shooting from beyond the arc. In the NBA Cup championship game, their poor shooting was on full display. Currently, the Thunder rank 19th in the league in three-point shooting percentage, converting just 35.1% of their attempts. Although Oklahoma City is arguably the stronger team overall, they are at a disadvantage due to their hectic schedule, having played 3 games in the past 4 days. Meanwhile, Miami is enjoying one of its best stretches of the season, with 8 of their 13 wins coming at home. The Heat also have a tendency to rise to the level of their competition, making this a compelling matchup against one of the league's top teams. Oddsmakers seem to favor Miami's chances, as reflected by the soft line, so the Miami Heat to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Oklahoma City's defense excels at creating turnovers, leading the NBA with a turnover percentage of 16.5%. The Thunder thrive in transition, averaging 99.8 possessions per 48 minutes, which ranks 9th in the league. They are also exceptional at protecting the basketball, committing turnovers on just 10.5% of their possessions, the best mark in the NBA. However, the Heat are nearly as disciplined, ranking 4th with an 11.6% turnover rate. In contrast to Oklahoma City's fast-paced approach, Miami prefers a more methodical style of play. The Heat average 97.1 possessions per 48 minutes, tied for 26th in the league, and will likely aim to control the tempo in this matchup. Both teams have demonstrated the ability to play strong defense, which points to a lower scoring affair. With these factors in mind, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.